Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Breaking the Seal. A very exciting episode of Breaking the Seal. We have finally gotten our Drax from Hot Toys in. I have been waiting for this to finish my Guardians collection for so long. If you are part of the Hot Toys family and know or have ordered this figure, you know it has been a long time coming, but he is finally in. This is a very standard box that we got with all the other Guardians figures. Got his name there on the side, and on the back talks about, you know, cast and crew and all that fun stuff. Actually, no, that's not the cast and crew. The cast and crew is on the back of this one. Right there, bang. I've done this before. So here's our window. You can see Drax. You actually can't see him really too well because he's a little darker, but I will open him up so you can. So I don't know what happened with this guy. There was a lot of controversy surrounding this figure, whether it was Marvel or Dave Bautista. Nobody's really come out and actually said why it took so long to get this out, but there were some, you know, rumors about Bautista didn't sign off on the original prototype. There were some rumors that Marvel didn't sign off on the prototype. Who knows? Who cares? He's here. I'm just so happy. I'm going to take him out so fast. Now, there is something really special about him, and there were some complaints about this figure, and I'll kind of point them out to you. One thing I noticed right off the bat is his body structure was a little weird. I wasn't a huge fan of the body structure. As you can see, he kind of looks a little thinner than he actually is in real life. But that's okay. I'm not going to be too awful upset about that. And I wish he had maybe two heads, where one was kind of like an angry head and one was just, you know, the nice, calm, collected Drax that we know and love. But again, it's been so long since I ordered this thing. I'm just so excited to have it. These are his pants from earlier in the movie. He does come with two pairs of slacks, one being this one, the other being the ones that he was wearing during the Ravager battle at the end of the movie. I'm probably going to keep him displayed in these, only because all the other figures, daggone these stupid boot things, all the other figures don't come with a Ravager costume. So I think displaying wise, if you're putting them all together, it would look kind of weird having him with his Ravager suit on or his Ravager pants on and then nobody else wearing it. So tattoos. Like in the movie, he's got all these tattoos all over his body. They are extremely detailed and apparently took a lot of time to put on. All of these are textured on this figure. These are not prints, these are not stickers, these are straight up carved into the figure. That is one of the reasons why they didn't do full solid arms and they've got the joints. Because if you did the full solid arms and were doing that, the tattoos would look terrible. They'd bunch up, it would not look good. So they did add the joints in there for that. We'll get some close-ups for you guys. These are incredible how detailed they are. Shoulders are a little loose. You can't really control that kind of stuff, so I'm not too upset about it, but I like them when they're just a little bit tighter, and I can make them as loose as I want by just kind of messing around with them. He does come with a big rocket launcher. It is very worn metal. Looks like it's just kind of painted on there. It looks pretty good. It's got a lot of rust. Definitely something that they took some time to, you know, give some wear and tear to, so I appreciate that. That looks really good. He comes with his signature blades, and these things are gorgeous. First of all, they're huge. I mean, you can see how big they are compared to the actual figure himself. But the detail in the hilts, the detail in the blades, that red in there looks really good. These are the ones that you're going to want to display him with in his hands. But in case you don't, if you want to give him the rocket launcher, he's got his holsters right here. Now, I'm not going to shove these in here too much because I don't want to risk damaging the blades, but it looks like the front rounded edge of the blade goes in the front. So, if you ever watch the movie and take a good look at it, that's kind of how he holds them anyway, so that makes sense for him pulling them out. Comes with a set of open hands. Comes with a set of fists, closed fists and open fists. The open fists are the one for the daggers, so those are the ones we'll put on him here in just a minute. And he comes with a trigger hand for the gun. If I can ever get this out of here. There you go. So there's his little trigger hand. I'm not going to display him with the gun. I think as far as displaying goes, I think that he's going to look better with the knives in his hand. That's kind of what you're going to, see him with. These bases from some of these figures, I'm not thrilled about them. I don't usually use my bases to display my figures. If you've looked back in our Facebook videos and I've shown you kind of the way I display them, I don't have a lot of bases in there. I've got the ones for the flying figures, and I've got the one for Thanos, obviously, because it's a gigantic throne. But there's just nothing really special about him. Ultron came with a really dope base that lit up. But as far as these things goes, I mean, there's nothing really that special about him. And look, he doesn't even really need it. If you're displaying these things, put them in poses, guys. Don't put them on these bases, and don't put the crotch shot on them, because they don't need it. A lot of them don't need it. And if they do, mess around with them a lot, because eventually you'll find a way to get them posed where you don't need the base. So here are the Ravager pants. They've got the little symbol right there on the right side there. I actually like the design of these pants better than these. As far as like texture, it's got a little bit of cloth, it's got a little bit of leather. The belt's got kind of like a 3D feel to it. I really like the design of this a little bit better, but again, I'm not going to display him with something that's going to single him out from the rest of the group. I think that if they were going to make this, I think honestly that was probably just something to throw in there with Drax, because he doesn't really come with a lot. But if you want to pull those out, I understand, because like I said, I think they look better than the pants that he's got on. But I don't think, for me, as anal as I am about some of this stuff, I don't think I'm going to do that. So we'll get his dagger hands on, and get the daggers in his hands. Always point them down, guys. Again, if I'm going to display him with these things, I kind of wish that he had a little bit more of a grimacing face, a little bit more of a fighter face, but that is what it is. I've actually met Dave Bautista in real life. I've seen him side by side. That's a pretty good likeness of him. He smiled a lot more when I saw him, and he was a lot bigger too. But hey, 6 scale, right? It's a joke. Okay, so that's Drax, guys. This is the long-awaited Drax figure that we've been waiting for probably close to 2 years now. I think it has been about 2 years. If you go back to our archives on destinationcomics.com/DNN, you can see some of the other Guardians of the Galaxy figures that we've got. We've got, Brian did the Star-Lord. We've got Gamora, Rocket and Groot, the 2-pack that came out, the exclusive from Sideshow, and then Thanos. So wish we would have gotten a Ronin. I would have loved to have had a Ronin to put on the villain shelf, but hey, maybe one day they'll put out some villains. We'll see. So that's it, guys. Not a lot to them, but it looks good. Out of 5, I give it a 4. Like I said, the details on the tattoos are incredible. I wish the body sculpt was a little bit different. I wish they would have given us 2 heads. But after that long, and obviously there was some kind of battle between one party to the other as far as getting the likeness down, that's probably the reason why we didn't get 2 heads. So I'm not going to be too picky about it, because I'm just glad I finally got it. So thank you guys for watching another episode of Breaking the Seal. Check us out on Facebook, and like I said, go to destinationcomics.com/DNN to check out all of our older episodes and some other fun stuff that we've got on there. So thank you all for watching. Always remember, break that seal.
arrived at your destination.